morning. I'm Subhashish Prasad, and along with me are my colleagues, Mr. Shmita Kharka, Mr. Sonam Lama, and Mr. Sumit Sake. We are specialty consultants. As the market leaders in the field of human resource management consultancy, we have been recognized by various institutions as well as publications worldwide. Dubbed the most efficient efficiency firm for 5 years in a row by Forbes, we have been renowned throughout our clientele for our use of traditional as well as emerging theories. Now, as human resource is one of the most important resources which is involved in each and every facet of the organization, we believe that efficiently organizing such an important aspect will result in all-round efficiency boost. As Robbins et al. Point out, that the best place to work list in Forbes magazine has trumped S&P standards for 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years and 10 years point. It shows that human resource management does not just increase organizational efficiency, but also that of the marketplace. Now, utilizing many theories, but mostly balanced scorecard, we can analyze and understand how our processes, our methods benefit the entire organizational process. Now I'd like to call Sumit to further explain. Oh yeah, of course. Well, our mission is very simple. We rectify the problems that our clients face, and we handle each and every one that comes our way. Our current satisfaction rate is 99%, counting the people who retracted. Our vision is to maintain our market leadership and increase the market share that we already possess. So basically, our company has been doing very well in the market, and we'd like to continue this. Well, now, please, Mr. Shmita, would you continue?
Well, our client company is Cafe Espresso. Highlighting on the background of this company, at one point in time, Cafe Espresso was leading its market in a sector. Well, it has 550 stores and has employed approximately 3,800 staffs. In 90s, it not only was considered as one of the fastest growing companies, but also as job creators, as it had been able to create a lot of job opportunities to the people of UK. However, as a result of low barrier to entry, the intense competition from other organizations has declined its market share, and required company to be more productive and efficient. Well, the main HR issues that they approached us with was that inappropriate management style, improper bonus system, low staff motivation, high turnover rate, and a decline in market share. I'd like to call Sumit to explain that.
The project details. The initial analysis of the cafe revealed a low employee motivation as a direct result of lack of employee participation. The provided data and the frequent site visits confirm this assumption. The project plan for simultaneous implementation among all the trouble outlets will follow 4 steps spanning 6 months and with an estimated cost of £600. The 4 steps are logistics of operational weak points, plan for simultaneous implementation, and the last one is appraisal of outcome and is done on a monthly basis. The first of all, logistics. Logistics help us know about the time, resources needed for each outlet to make a positive reform. As we are looking for a sustained solution, not a temporary one, we have a logistics department that provides us with the data required and a performance report. In this case, the performance report suggested the root causes of a few superficial problems, and they are employee reluctance, declining quality of service, demotivation. The employees are not willing to contribute towards the company's goal and go that extra mile due to lack of improper acknowledgement from the management side, and this directly results into declining quality of service. And moreover, another point for declining quality of service is they are hiring 48% of students, so this causes inexperience in the workplace. So in the process of reducing the cost, the company knowingly or unknowing, they are reducing the quality of service as well. So this needs to be considered. And the last one is demotivation. As I said earlier, they are not motivated enough to contribute towards the company. They are not feeling as valued as they should be. They are, because they are not involved in the decision making process that the company is taking. So they are demoralized.
Well, as Paul Mayer once said that productivity is never an accident. It is the result of commitment of excellence, intelligent planning, and focused efforts. Well, similarly, with the appropriate data as provided by Logistics Department regarding problems of HR department, we have implemented a plan to enhance the HR efficiency and to gain back its market share. Well, we believe that the people are the greatest source of the company, and it's important to have the best and bright people to serve your company. Well, promoting title of full-time managers and workers with competence. Well, instead of just financial compensations, managers with only promotion entitled would increase the motivation and decrease the reluctance of the company by involving them in the decision making process. Well, and training weaker regions with managers from stronger ones. It not only enhances the work of the employee, but also further develop themselves and uncover their true potential. With the increased development and changing trends within its industry, it's important to provide training for any new intern or full-time employee to keep the pace with the changes, and most importantly, to set itself apart from its competitors. Thank you. Now I'd like to Sona.
The implementation. It requires extensive training and implementation of the methods as listed in the planning by Susmita. A schedule will be implemented, and with an acceptable margin of error in the firm will start experiencing improved performance and operations by the second month. By the next 2 months, the company will become less and less supervised as the trend will be turning to our norm. Next slide. Appraisal. It is done on the basis of monthly performance of the employees. The improvement in the balanced scorecard of the organization will make them highly competitive, as all the sectors will be checked through the scorecards, and the employees will be supervised based on their scores.
Well, thank you, Sona. So basically, this is our costing structure. What our planning has done is the 6 month and £6,000 has been exactly shown according to phases and the time. Basically, in phase 1, while logistics are taken, that is going to last only first month, which will be £800. Now, the phase 2 will only last the second month. The first 2 months will be consolidated by these 2 phases, and that will take around £600 to complete. Now, that is the total expenses for the first 2 months, as you can see. From phase 3, that is when the implementation starts. You see, after the logistics has collected the necessary data, and then the planning has provided the proper plan for implementation, we finally start implementing. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th months will require rigorous implementations. as you can see that the costing in third and fourth months are higher than the costing in fifth and sixth month. This has a very good reason. That is because the first 2 months we will be requiring specialists to handle almost all of these implementation processes. These specialists are going to stay there and implement these reforms while till the third and fourth months, and after the fifth months their involvement will be lesser and lesser, so as to make this a norm and turn this into a sustainable process rather than a temporary solution. The phase 4 is something that you can see happens from day 1 to the last day. You see, this is because even while planning, even while collecting data, we need to understand whether or not our process is going right. If something goes wrong in phase 2 or phase 1 or 3, the whole process can be jeopardized. So we analyze and we always check each and every step is going the way it's supposed to. That's why every month we have been utilizing the phase 4. Now, the total costing for every month is given here, and the total costing for every phase is given there, with a total of £6,000 that we require in order to complete this project. Okay. Well, yeah, Sumit?
The two-factor theory can be implemented in this our case. From the motivators field, the recognition can be a factor, and from the hygiene factors, the relationship can be a factor. Recognition, because as discussed before, they are not motivated enough, and from the hygiene factor, that is relationship, there is a huge gap of power between the top level management and the low level management. The low level management are not involved enough in the decision phase, so they are not contributing towards the company as well.
Well, the Maslow's hierarchy is states something very similar to what Sumit explained. You see, our realization was that most of the employees were not motivated just because of the financial compensation. They required certain amount of esteem needs which were not being fulfilled. So a small pat on the back or an employee of the month plaque, they have the same effect as the ones that we are suggesting. That is a provisional promotion in title only. We do not. That would help them improve their self-actualization as well as esteem needs. They will be recognized for their work by others, respected by others, and self-actualization as they will have promotion in their title as well. So the decision-making process and the non-financial benefits that these people require will both be met, and these the hierarchy will finally be complete. So, in conclusion, basically our methods add much more value than the cost that people are incurring in this process. The time spent as well as the money spent will be worth it when the all-round efficiency of the organization becomes better. What we were asked by Cafe Espresso is that they wanted the minimum cost for the maximum effect, and that is exactly what we have delivered. So our recommendation to them is that they carefully review our project and our proposal and ask us to help them with their problems. Thank you.